to Exhibitor Lounge, sponsored by ExhibitEdge.com. Now, I'm your host and your trade show mixologist, Michael Gray. Here each week you receive simple, practical, and proven tips to improve your trade show marketing strategy and get better results while maximizing your budget. Okay, our last stop in the series about internet orders is to go over VPN, wireless, and dedicated lines as other ordering options. All right, let's start with VPN, which is short for a virtual private network. Now, a virtual private network, VPN, extends a private network like your company server across a public network like the internet. A VPN is done by creating a point-to-point connection by using dedicated connections, protocols, or encryptions. Through VPN, you can access your private network over the internet. VPNs allow employees to securely access their company's intranet while traveling outside the office. So if you want secure access to your company's servers while at a trade show, then setting up a VPN would be the right choice. Everyone would log in just like they were at the office using the same functionality, the security, and management policies of your company's private network. All right, next is wireless internet. Did you know that on your own, you can rent air cards, mobile hotspots, or the latest innovation, which is Internet in a Box kits? Basically, if your phone will work in the exhibit hall, then these devices will also work. Now, this is not offered through the official show provider. It is offered by AV companies and others on a show-by-show basis or by your phone company on a monthly basis. Now, it has been my experience that the Verizon network is the best for connectivity in most convention locations. Now, my smartphone has the capability to work as a mobile hotspot when I travel. I buy a certain amount of data for a fee of $15 per month. Now, I use it regularly when I travel for instant access to the internet. If you use it solid for one computer for a trade show for 3 days, you'll probably need a higher data limit. But considering internet costs are $1,000 or more for one IP address per show, it is worth looking into for the single to up to 4 workstation applications. Now, of course, more and more show service providers are offering wireless internet at trade shows. Only use it for basic web surfing applications and email, as it will be subject to interference, shared usage, and low speeds. Okay, last but certainly not least is the dedicated line, with the best one being a T1 line. So what is a dedicated line? Basically, it's a line that will not have any branches or hubs between its ends, allowing the one service full access. It will guarantee a certain amount of transmission speed and bandwidth. So when should you get a T1 line? All right, a T1 line is all about speed and data transfer rates. Most modern large buildings will have a T2 or a T3 fiber optic line from a service provider connected to an internal PBX. Therefore, the convention center can offer you a T1 connection from their PBX, which means private branch exchange. One T3 connection, which by itself has data transfer rates of 44 megabits per second, is equal to 28 T1 lines at 1.5 megabits per second. Bottom line, if you need internet for a trade show, I highly recommend calling the show internet company and explaining what you are doing. Learn first what you need by asking your IT technicians that are going to the show certain questions. Now, some basic questions, let's go through them. 1, do you need routable internet? Or 2, How many IP addresses are needed? 3, are you bringing your own switch or router? 4, what is the minimum speed you need? Is it 256K? Is that enough? Or do you need 512K or more? Number 5, will you be showing internet video or HD internet video requiring even more bandwidth? Number 6, do you need to access your corporate server requiring a VPN be used? Armed with this basic information, you can work with the show provider to order the correct amount of speed and bandwidth for your exhibit. Hey, as always, please respond with your questions or comments and let others know about exhibitorlounge.com. Hey, we'll see you next week. Until then, I'm your host, Michael Gray, telling you, relax in the Exhibitor Lounge.